What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to another video. I honestly was debating whether or not if I was going to make a video on this or not, but since I got my two most wanted characters for Mario Strikers Battle League, I decided to bring up my honest thoughts on it because I feel like the updates gave me a different opinion on on the game compared to launch. And before we get started, just wanted to say Pauline is a bad bitch in this game. I mean it literally. I know this is a kids channel, but like, I don't know. I love Pauline so much. You guys don't know. You all know, but I love Pauline so much. So yeah. Anyway, yeah. Mario Strikers Battle League has been out for since June. It was like half out, I guess. This game has had mixed messages everywhere. This is probably one of the most controversial Mario games we've had in years. Unlike Mario Tennis and Mario Golf, which release pretty often as time goes on, we always get those games. No one is begging for a new entry in the series because they're always going to keep releasing them. Mario Strikers is a series people have been begging for a new entry for 15 years. That includes myself. I love Mario Strikers so much. It meant so much to me. The OG Mario Strikers is so fun. Charge is peak Mario Sports title, besides Sports Mix. And Battle League has released in an era where we had mixed messages on the other Mario Sports games. So yeah. But I will say that yeah, I think we just all had high expectations. I don't know the old Mario Sports games really had high expectations and stuff like that. If you just look up Mario Strikers Battle League on the YouTube search bar, it's not good. It's really not. So yeah, it's definitely something how controversial, polarizing. Even though I don't like using even though I do not use Metacritics. Yeah, this game is pretty polarizing, so I thought I'd give my personal opinion of why I think Battle League will launch this way. And this is pretty much a practice Nintendo has been doing for a good few years now. I'm going to start with the negatives with this game, and then work with the positives, because I think that's the better approach. Any criticism is valid, of course, so yeah. So, the one thing I think was probably the biggest problem here is Nintendo's release it now, fix it later approach. I made a video about this a year ago about how Nintendo releases games so-called lacking or unfinished and then just add it later, fix it later, and that's just been a problem. And by the time the updates are out, you're likely bored of the game. So this has basically been a problem with a lot of multiplayer games. The other Mario Sports games, Mario Tennis Aces, Mario Golf Super Rush, ARMS. The only games that actually worked pretty well with this are Splatoon, Mario Maker. Hell, even Smash did this well. So yeah, it's definitely been a problem with most of their multiplayer experiences, mostly the sports games. Oh yeah, and Switch Sports. I keep forgetting that game exists. Biggest regret of my life, to be honest. But yeah, how is Battle League compared to the other sports games? And yeah, there's been a lot of problems with this game, and I think let's just bring them out. There were only 10 characters at launch, and Daisy wasn't one of them, despite being usually being a launch roster, just always there. And then the stadiums, which is probably my biggest disappointment with the game, they're all green grass with barely any gimmicks. While the gimmicks are probably debatable, I would have liked them because, you know, Charge had them. I guess I'm expecting too much because Aces and Golf Super Rush also had little gimmicks, stuff like that, so I'm not sure what happened there. So yeah, I also see people defend this part where there's only 10 characters because of gear, which I honestly don't agree with this personally, because people use this whole term of quantity over quality or quality over quantity, and I'm just like, why not both? I really hate this argument, both of them. I don't care. Like, I don't know. I never liked either of these arguments in my opinion. I just think we should just get both. But I guess that's just how these multiplayer games are handling, I guess. I don't know. I just hate this. I hate that argument a lot. And also, probably the biggest disappointment for mostly everyone, no 4v4s online, despite saying 8-player online. And this game was $60. Yeah, that was definitely the biggest disappointment Battle League. And I don't think Nintendo would care if it lagged. I mean, most of their other multiplayer games still lag, so I don't know if that would be a problem. Oh! Boom Boom sucks. Definitely another big disappointment. Nah. Okay, well, I'm not mad that it's not Critter, but God, Boom Boom just sucks at blocking. He does not know what he's doing. So yeah. Oh yeah, and the so-called content. Yeah, that's where another problem comes in. I know, and I also hear argument. Well, let's just start with the content. There are cup battles, which are pretty cool, and then there's yeah, that's really it. The cup battles are nice, but nothing. It felt more forced in my opinion, just to get money for gear than anything really. And also, if you beat all, and there's also the Galacticos, which I still didn't beat. Too brutal for my liking, honestly. I don't care if they're not that hard for y'all. If you beat them, good job for you. I suck, I guess. I just stopped playing the Galacticos because there's like no purpose of doing them other than just getting money. And then what else is there? Cup out. The Strikers Club was the so-called. I thought it was the so-called ranked mode per se. But apparently it isn't. It's more of like teaming up with others. They did add a rank mode, just not the way I wanted. Good job, Nintendo. I wanted something, but you ruined it. So yeah, there's that. And then, are there any other problems? Oh yeah, I see people defend this. Strikers wasn't known for a lot of content. It's supposed to have less content. Okay, I hear this argument a lot. Yes, Strikers is not known for having a ton of content, unlike the other Mario sports games. And then, but just because, like, what about unlockables? How about that? That's what I wanted. I wouldn't care less if there was if there was one mode or whatever, that's something, but I just want unlockables. Just unlocking stuff, which has been pretty much non-existent nowadays. This is more of a problem with most modern gaming in general, but I don't know. It's definitely just non-existent nowadays. So, and if we're going by the logic, Strikers Charge is a bad game because there's barely anything there, right? No, there's a ton of stadiums, plenty of characters. So I don't get this argument, to be honest. So, yeah, that's one of the arguments I don't get. So, yeah, another argument I hear is that, well, okay, this one's pretty fair depending on the character. It's not as edgy as Charge, or I hate this one. No personality in this game. I've honestly seen people said this, and it's one thing I can agree with the animations not being as like edgy as Charge. Wario doesn't die. DK doesn't shake the earth. Waluigi doesn't do the crotch chop. Daisy doesn't rage. Animations like that I can agree with, but to say there's no personality in this game is definitely stretching, in my opinion. Like, there's still great animations I love rewatching, and it's not just Donkey Kong. There's still nice animations I like watching. Even if it's not on the same level as Charge, there's still some charm they be having there. And thinking the developers don't care about this game or whatever, don't put much effort, I really don't like people saying this either. Because it's like the devs care. This is more of a Nintendo decision than Next Level Games, in my opinion. Because Next Level Games makes good games. Their name speaks for themselves. It's just more of a Nintendo with the free updates thing. That's how I see it, to be honest. So yeah. Okay, I totally forgot to bring up this point because I see this one a lot and I keep forgetting about it. This is probably more of a minor thing than anything, but I'll still bring it up about the soundtrack for this game. The soundtrack is godlike of basically how Mario Strikers is, but it definitely lacks a little variety because it's mostly just rock theme and stuff like that. But I don't know. I don't really mind it personally, but I understand this complaint though. And the character themes don't really stick out to me, except for Donkey Kong, Rosalina, Mario, Toad, and Battle League. They're great themes. There's some exceptions, but from ones like Luigi, Wario, and hell, even Princess Peach and Daisy, those themes in Charge just stick out to me better than Battle League, honestly. But that's just me, I guess. It could be nostalgia talking, but still, I just like those themes more. But I wanted to bring that up. Oh yeah, about the themes for the stadiums. I know it's mostly rock themes, but I love the amount of charm they had with the themes and stuff. Especially Jungle Retreat. Both are bangers. Best stadium in the entire game. Don't care what anyone says. Now, since I threw out all the negatives, I think I did. Let's throw out I'll throw out some of the few positives that why I appreciate this game somewhat. The gear, I love the way the characters look. I love the way the characters act. I love how Donkey Kong acts. It's the best. DK is always the king in my eyes, but this is the best I've seen him in a long time. And then with Rosalina, although her goal animations are something, I love her other animations as well. And same with Wario Waluigi. They're definitely the highlights of the sports games. They definitely did justice with a lot of characters. I mean, look at Donkey Kong right here. Exactly. So I guess a 10 out of 10. And oh man, I remember highlight this one for Rosalina. She is pissed. She looks like she's wanting to fucking murder someone. So yeah. There's definitely, even if there is problems, it's hard to hate this game, to be honest. And the gameplay's still fun. So yeah, that's how I feel in Mario Strikers Battle League. I didn't think I was going to make a review on this because I really do not care what the last two characters are and whatever the other mode or whatever adds. If there's anything interesting, I'll make a community post and give my final thoughts. But since I already got my two most wanted characters, Paulie and the Diddy Kong, it's probably not going to be much for me, but we'll see. And I doubt they'll do anything for 2023 for this game. So yeah, I love the Mario Striker series in general, no matter what, even Battle League. So yeah. If you're not a fan of Battle League, I can understand, but this game still means a lot. Charge is still the better game. I can't tell if it's better than the OG Battle League, I mean, but yeah, it's still a solid entry. Gonna be playing this until I get bored. Who knows when. So yeah, thanks for watching, everybody. I will see you guys whenever Nintendo makes a new Mario Baseball game. And make Donkey Kong and Rosalina free DLC characters. And make me very sad. Anyway, bye, y'all. Please don't let that happen, I swear to God.